have a look at now is this report off the menu, which is called Wotif and etc. analysis report. It's basically a report that will give you a lot of statistical information broken down by each of the websites that you have mapped back to NetRooms using Freeloader as the channel management tool. Best way to show you is through example. I've got a property here which has some test data set up, which I'm going to select. Now if you log in as an individual property, you'll just have your property name here by hotel. If you log in as a chain user, you'll see all the properties within your chain. I can select to see the statistics for bookings made during the period I select here, or by arrivals during that period. So I'm going to select arrivals and go from February to April. And if I click on Generate Report, what it will do is generate an Excel report, which I'm just opening, and I'll drag across onto the screen. I'll make it a little bit larger. Now what we're looking at here, you'll see a tab at the bottom, and that's the tab for this property that I selected. If you run this report as a chain user or for any group of properties, we'll create an overall summary report for the chain, and then you'll see individual tabs for each of the properties within your chain going across in the Excel file. So down the left hand column here, we've got each of the websites. So NetRooms is listed as a website, and then you've got Wotif, Need It Now, etc. So in this case, we see that there's average lead time of 14 days on Wotif. Number of bookings made, room nights, average length of stay, total revenue from that channel. Then you've got average rate, and you've got the contribution percentage to the total. So you've got individual percentages, and then it adds up to 100% down the bottom. You'll notice here it says total web bookings, and then it says total room bookings. And if I move over to the right, total suite bookings. Now this is grouping your different allotments and room types into these categories so that you can compare similar styles of accommodation across properties. So if you're looking at, for instance, a chain of holiday parks, you may want to look at the patterns around sites compared to cabins. Now where that's driven by, if I just go back to the NetRooms console, and we'll go into maintain room types, just close that warning. So anyway, we'll select maintain room types, and let's look at, say, Queen Deluxe. Now it takes this label field here, so we use this as rooms to categorize these different room types. So in other words, back on the Excel report, it will break down by each of the individual labels that you put on your room type. So if you're operating a hotel that has some regular hotel rooms and then has apartments, you'll probably be labeling the apartments as apartment and the rooms as rooms, in which case this report will pick up those labels and break down the statistics into those different groupings of accommodation type, so that you can look at the booking patterns of your different styles of accommodation and compare them. Because this is just an Excel file that we've generated here, you can do anything you would normally do in Excel. If you wanted to chart this information, graph it, save it, and add formulas and so forth, you can do whatever you would like to do within Excel and just save it locally to do that.